Well, we'll see if anybody is up and running around tonight. I appreciate it, Miss Diane. How you doing? Hey, Miss Dennis. What are you doing? Well, I hate that. Howdy doody. So, Lily. Yeah, what y'all do this weekend? Feel like it's dopey headed? Well, ain't sure what happened. Been pushing pretty hard. Day before yesterday, I just crashed. I slept all night and all day. That's the way I'll do, though. Yeah, you the head of the pack, Danny. Why you do that? You ought to just pass out. Well, I went out there. Of course, it was really hot here today. I went out there a while ago and was gonna make sure the quail had water and everything. Checked on the babies. Now, I'll be damned if three of my big quail wasn't laying in the cage dead. I don't know what happened to them. That's the one that was laying the eggs too. Hey, Mr. Badge, how you doing? Well, they got up to 93 here today. I think I saw on Roy's that you seen the head north here in a couple of days. Badge? No, they were inside a pen that that wasn't any feathers scattered around or anything. I got those pens rigged up where they can't get out or nothing get in them. half-inch wire. Only other thing I can think of is that I watered them, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours ago. Maybe that water was too cold. Yeah, I was in there and I had to go do some running around. I just caught part of it. Could be. They couldn't get in there. I'm beginning to think I ain't supposed to raise these damn things. Hey, Ringo, are y'all fixing to head out bad? What's the matter with you? This dog is getting so spoiled. Yeah, I may have to do that. I got a game cam. Or you think take it back to Canada badge, or you just going north a little bit? Back to Canada. You got a pretty good little drive coming. You still in Arizona right now? Absolutely. You just about starting from ground zero then, aren't you? Hey, Steve. Ringo, we doing pretty good, I guess. Yep, 1,600 miles. Well, y'all take 4 or 5 days to run it bad, or do y'all run it hard? Or hey, Roy, Hello, she devil. Take 5 days. Okay, y'all not gonna run real hard then. 300 miles a day, something like that.
What's going on? I got to get some light. It's dark in here.
Dang, I've seen better heads than that on nickel beer.
Yeah, I know. What can I say? Light. I need light. That's a little better. A little fuzzy around the edges, but what's going on?
Not much. Not much. Just sort of figured I'd bust this thing. There wasn't nobody home. Figured I'd bust this thing open for a little bit. Hello, Georgia.
Well, you caught me before bedtime, so that's the only reason I'm here.
But yeah, it's still pretty early. Georgia Ann, we're gonna have to fill Georgia Ann in. Daryl is my buddy. My name's Ron. He's my fishing buddy, and that's the only name I could get that with both our names in it. So I'm not Daryl.
It's a very unusual last name, as you told me before. Very unusual. Not many people have it.
Yeah. I've answered a hell of a lot worse.
Hey, do you have a bunch of wind over there?
Do what?
Do you have a bunch of wind over there?
No, it wasn't bad today. It was just hot. It was just hot. He got to 93 today.
Really?
And so really a pretty nice day. I rode for a while, man. It's great riding.
Yeah, we got like 40-mile-per-hour gust here today.
We had it yesterday. And we had another bad storm come through here, but it missed us.
Oh, Badge says they had 60 up there. Badge is where? Havasu?
Yeah, that's what he said. He just happened to.
Oh, okay.
So they were fixing to line out Wednesday.
Oh. Yeah, it was sure good meeting him down here. He and Elle, they're good people.
I got to know something, Badge. I saw on that other program that you said you was going to be at Lollapalooza. Is that right? Oh, yeah, it's pretty here. Blue bonnets are blooming everywhere. I need to go take some pictures tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, they don't last long here. You got to get them. They're up about 2 weeks and they're drying out here already.
Y'all got more storms coming in. We had one little old sail, but it missed us about 25 miles. So, knock on wood, we've been lucky on the really bad weather. I can't see. Who in the world is that? Dang.
I'm getting friggin' lazy. He's asking me all these stupid questions and I have to answer them. I'm getting lazy.
I think I get I get you up here.
I know he starts asking me these million questions, you know. I got to tell you this, Ron, is that Steve's got awesome oranges and grapefruit there. Just that you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
And he's got wild pigs that they call them javelinos or whatever. See, I even said it right.
Yeah,
How
you
about
did.
them
You did.
I was
Congratulations.
getting them all pissed off because I call them javelinos. What's them javelinos anyway? You got,
Javelino or spear?
yeah, javelinos. He's got javelinos. He says you're not.
Javelinos.
You got to be from Canada. He says, yeah, I am. Matter of fact, he says, yeah, well, you got to be Mexican. You can't say the J. J's or H's. I says, why don't they put H's on them? That's
We
what I
like
say.
we like to bow hunt them things, and I can call them with a varmint call.
Yeah,
It sounds like a little bitty pig squealing.
but I gotta believe Steve. Steve says they're not. What are them? Fennel pigs or whatever they're wild pigs. He says they're
Fair
not.
pigs. No,
Yeah.
they're not. They're not really all that big. They look like it, but they're not. About a 40-something pound pig or javelina is a big one.
Mhm. Yeah, they're not like hogs like you guys have.
No.
They're not that big. But you don't want to mess with them, though. You get in between a mama and her baby, and you're in trouble.
I call them
Yeah.
things in Steve with hunting with a bow, and I've called them up to where I've kicked them in the head. They get too damn close to me, you kick them in the damn head and run them off.
Yeah, well, they don't see real well. They can't see but maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of their face.
You got a
Really?
good nose on them. But they smell just like a skunk.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. They've got a nipple on their back, and that's what it looks like, the nipple. And if people don't know about killing them and dressing them, they'll roll them over on their back. And when they do, they mash that gland, and then it just stinks like high heaven. And if you get any of that on that meat, that's exactly like the damn meat tastes like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pass. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're leaving to go back on Wednesday because I wasn't gonna winterize the trailer, so that's where I draw the line. So, even tomorrow it's gonna be like go down to like minus 10 Celsius. So that's like what 10 degrees or something. It's still freaking cold up there, but it's gonna warm up on Wednesday. So, but next week is supposed to be up to 15. So that's 15 Celsius, which is what, 55, something like that.
Yeah,
It's going.
T-shirt weather.
Steve, you need therapy, buddy. It's going up to 38 here on Wednesday. Tuesday. I says, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
30
yeah,
is my limit. Like,
we actually have a freeze warning. I was looking at the map here. Freeze watch
for what?
right up here.
In
Now
Tucson?
Yeah.
Smokes.
Anna from 5 April starting at 2 a.m.
Hello.
Wow. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and we're supposed to be back by the 1st, but we're not going to make it because it's still cold. So Willie's going to take all my income tax stuff so we don't have to worry about that. So we just, nonchalantly just take your time going back and, nothing crazy. And yeah, that's it.
You're not like me. I've got a bad habit when I go on trips. The first day, normally, I might run 500, 600, 700 miles. Then after that, I'm slowing down.
Yeah, but then you're all screwed up, though. And the problem is the dog. Maple doesn't like it. She'll like 3 or 4 days, and after that, she don't like it. So if you go 2 days, take a break, then go another, she's all right. She'll be all right with it.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah.
It's a damn far to get out of Texas. That I like to get out of Texas that first day, and damn, that's a hell of a drive anywhere I go.
Well, Texas is like driving across Ontario. It takes you 2 days.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how fast you're going.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The last time I cheated a logbook, I was in El Paso, Texas, and I had to deliver a trailer in Lake Charles, Louisiana, which was
That's
a
2 days drive. Yeah.
little over 1,000 miles. And I
Yeah.
got up that morning, and I was sitting in Lake Charles that night. But
You didn't get rid of that pen, did you? Because that was a good one.
no, that was nine. It's 957 miles in Texas.
Yeah.
Another 100-something miles in Louisiana.
Yeah.
After I got through that trip, I said, no more of that. I'm not going to do it again.
But yeah, you're right. So Lollapalooza next year is going to be, because it's the last one. There probably won't be another one. Lola's not doing it.
Yeah, I knew that.
RV Rebel Girl and a gang of her outlaws are doing it. And yeah, we're going to try to make it.
No, that's good.
Lollapalooza is a good one to go to. It's not quite as good as Steve's, but it's pretty close. It's pretty damn close.
Well, you better make sure you get here early next year, Badge. I hear there's a bunch more coming.
Well, it's all right. I can still park down the road.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was really choked about that. Is Matty Van Halen never came and seen me. I didn't even know where he was.
Oh, really? He's actually
Yeah.
back. He's back here again. He dropped a video a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And he was having trouble finding a spot, at least a good spot. And so somebody left, and he packed up real quick and moved over to their spot. But
That
yeah,
was a
he's
good
back
spot.
here.
That was a good spot. I got to admit, that was a good spot.
Yeah.
I like that spot. But we got this. We'd never been here before, but we got the Havasu Heights, right? So we were down in. We moved. We had to move out of Blythe because you're only good till the 15th there, right? So 15th April because that long-term pass. So everybody was leaving. So we said, well, we'll leave too. So we went up to Lone Tree, which is just north of Craigie Wash. And, you know, you got to have an engineering degree to level your trailer in that place. So I finally got the thing sort of half leveled. And I'm sitting there and the wind's shaking it, and because you know how to get all the wheels on the ground, right? So the girls got up the next morning and said, "Oh, I don't really like this place." What do you mean you don't like this place? Well, I don't like this. I get the willies. I said, "Well, go to Craigie Wash." No, I don't like it either. So I said, "Well, I'll go up and check out Havasu Heights." So I'd never been here before. So I came in here, and on the north side of it, up on the hill, this great big area was almost the size of where we had the meetup, Steve. Almost the same. Was empty. I'm thinking, holy shit, it was like 9 a.m. So I parked the truck there, and I phoned back, and I said, one of the girls, I said, come on up and guard the place, because if I leave, I know somebody will take it. Because I had to go back in, me and Elle had to go into town. So they came up and parked the van, and then we're all right. So we've been here for, holy shit, almost a week now. So, yeah, it's pretty nice, but it's green. The dogs like running in the grass.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, but they do.
Yeah, that's probably not going to last long, that green stuff. As soon as the heat comes
It's really green, though. It's really green. It was like down by your place there. It was pretty green.
Yeah, everything here is drying up pretty fast because the air is dry. We got like 8% humidity and winds blowing in. We were under a red flag warning yesterday, which means no fires of any kind.
Yeah.
Here in the county, and everything just dried up.
But it gets really dry now, eh? Starting now?
Yeah, it's starting out now. Yeah, it'll dry out a lot.
But that's something you mentioned this morning on your live there, was that the cactus, oh geez, the cactus are don't grow from the flowers, right? Not that many grow. Is that what you said?
Well, when you're looking at those saguaros, those tall saguaros, each one of those fruits has thousands and thousands and thousands of seeds in them,
Yeah.
and there are maybe 100 of those fruits on each saguaro, right?
Yeah.
And you might get one saguaro, that comes up from all those thousands of seeds.
I just plugged my phone in because it's going dead here. But no,
So,
it's just, that's funny you mentioned that because the birds eat. You were saying the birds eat them seeds. I'm gonna get everybody drunk here in a minute. The birds eat those seeds and they go and plant them all over the place.
yeah, the fruit is real sweet. In fact, the Tohono O'odham Indians actually will eat that fruit.
Yeah.
They can harvest it. They have a big hole with a T on top of it, and they'll go up there and they'll knock that fruit off and
Yeah.
use.
That's
Excuse me,
kind
I
of
got
interesting. Kind of interesting. But no. So yeah, so we'll go back up, and then I'm thinking we got to wait and see how everything goes up there this year, and we're gonna try to come back down for. We'll probably start out at Lollapalooza, I think, by the time we get back. So
That's in what, October?
yeah, last weekend in October. So, but
cool.
Does Jim live anywhere close to you, or where home is for you?
who?
Jim.
No, he's in Kelowna. He's like 1,000 miles away,
Oh, okay.
or 1,000 kilometers. That's why I was gonna go. We usually leave here, but it's just so, I don't know. It's just a long way. Like to go to Jimmy's is like almost. It's about 1,100 kilometers or 650 miles out of the way, really, basically. But the weather's warmer, so if it didn't warm up like it did, we would go up there, and then as soon as we get across the border, we can drag our feet. But then in Shelby, Montana, on the weekend, it's going to be warm too, so it doesn't really matter. We got to go right up through there. So, yeah.
What's the max time you can be out of country?
180 days.
Okay, so 6 months.
Well, you're only allowed 180 days in a calendar year, right? So you got to adjust them up. Like Wonder Boom and that are coming up to Kalispell, and we try to come down for that, right? But the problem is if we come down for a week or 2 weeks, and that puts us into November by the time we go back, right? Because if you don't want to cut the line with Border Patrol, because that just puts you in a wrong situation. So you always want to have a buffer, right? Like 3 or 4 days. So we usually have about a week to play with. So that way you don't have an issue. Some board like Windsor will let you go 183 days, but I'm not playing that game.
Why push it, right? Why push it?
Well, the thing is that I don't know. I got a lot of respect for the border guards, and they're only doing their job, and it's just not worth putting all that crap on there. So that's why we sort of keep it. We stay until we try to cross April 1st. This is April 1st, and then we usually cross the 15th of October. Is usually when we cross. So let's see. We might, if we can, we'll go down to Ontario and stay 2 or 3 weeks at my sister's, right? Because she's right on the border at Sarnia, so we can stay there for 3 or 4 weeks, and then we did that with the year 2019 when we went down. We went to Nancy's for a month, and then we crossed the border and went to New York to Michael's, and then we stayed there for a week, and then we made our way to Arizona. Well, Lollapalooza, right? So. Yeah.
Well, that's good. You go see your sister. You can get her on screen one time. I won't talk to her.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Nancy's all right, but you don't poke the bear, you know.
Yeah.
You don't poke the bear. No, I don't know if you'll get Nancy up there, but
She could probably
she's.
tell us a few secrets about you, huh?
Oh yeah, you know the worst thing about it is she's worse than we are. Believe me, she is. You think we're a bunch of assholes, boy? I'll tell you, she can. Oh yeah, she can stay with the boys. I'll tell you, no problem at all.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to try to get her on here anyway.
I tried getting her, but she's. What's the gain? How much is it going to cost me? She says, nothing. Well, what's the gain? So yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you might get her once. That's about it. That's about all. But yeah,
Tell her long-legged Texan wants to talk to
yeah. I've been to Texas. I don't give a shit what they want.
I'll tell you what, in all the places we've traveled around the country, in the U.S., I think Texas is probably the most friendly people we've run into. I mean, everywhere we've stopped, we've never had an issue. You know, everybody's always been really friendly.
We never had a problem in Texas ever. Like you get into this hellhole here, like this, like man, oh man, oh man. I tell you, I shouldn't even say anything. But these people in Arizona, boy, some of them, you just ask them for anything, and it's like you're putting them out of their work. You know, it's just crazy. But see, it doesn't matter. We're staying anyway, so just get used to it, right? But
Yeah.
oh my God, some of them are just like you go into some of these stores, the grocery stores. Well, Steve probably knows; he sees it all the time. But down by Tucson, they're not too bad. But you get up around here, like Quartzsite, Phoenix, you think it's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
you want me to do that? What? Why do I have to do that? Well, it's your
Mhm.
freaking job. Well, you really think I need to do that? Yeah, it's kind of funny. But
Those city folks, they're a
they're
little.
different, man. I'll tell you.
her. Yeah, you get in the big towns, even here in Texas, you get in Austin or Dallas or Houston.
Like it's kind of funny because you get all these people in the chats and all that, and they'll say, "Well, why the hell Steve will live way up in the bush in the National Monument?" I said, "You ever see the people he has to stay with?" Like, honest to God, Ron, I tell you, now you got me on this. Now, so we're going over to Ironwood for Steve's meetup. This is so funny, but it's true. It wasn't funny at the time. So anyway, we turned from Tucson to go west, and we go into this little place like where Steve's from around there. Like he doesn't live there, but he lives up the road. And I'll tell you, there's these people. They're passing. I was trying to turn left off the road, and they're passing me on the left-hand side. And I'm thinking, who the hell are these people, Steve? Oh, they're from that little corner town there. They're nasty people. Oh, they're just going by you like you're sitting still, and you're doing 60, and they're passing you like you're parked basically. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Now it's funny. It wasn't at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, I know you were kind of ticked off about that.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
was ticked off about it. When you get 56 feet of junk going across the road, some jerk in his jacked up Dodge rig rocket, he wants to get by you because you're slowing him down. My
That's
goodness, you wouldn't want to do that.
yeah. He's got to get his 6-pack of beer, on the way
Oh
home.
yeah,
You're in
Yeah.
front of him. That can't have that.
yeah. There's some. I tell you, there's some. You see some weird, like Ron drove all over this place. All kinds of shit, eh?
Yeah.
But I never knew, and I should have asked you about this, Steve. I never knew that in Arizona, the passing lane is on the right side. I did not know that.
Well, it's not supposed to be on the freeway.
The turning, the lane that most people use for turning, that's a
Yeah.
passing lane in Arizona.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. And
Yeah, I
and
didn't know that.
if there's no lane there, if the dirt's in good shape, they
Yeah,
use the
it's a
shoulder
passing
too.
Yeah. And anything more than a dotted line is a suggestion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You could have 1, 2, 3 solid lines. It doesn't mean nothing. It's just a suggestion
Hmm.
that you might shouldn't really pass on that. But
Yeah. Yep.
but it's kind of funny. Well, it's kind of funny when you're not doing that. At the time, it's not really funny. That's why everybody says, well, the Canadians are crazy because they got crazy gun laws and all that. Could you imagine idiots like us that are allowed to carry guns? There'd be nobody left. What? You're going to pass me? I don't think so. That's why they don't let us carry guns. We're too crazy.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's one nice thing about it being like in Texas now, anybody can carry one. You don't have to have a permit or anything.
No.
And but it makes people pretty
Makes them think.
polite. And and there's some people that would sometimes would be running their mouth pretty good, but they're pretty polite when somebody sets a gun on the hip.
Well, it's the thing. Like guy says, well, it's not a big deal in Texas. That's the way. What's the way? Is it not a big deal? Well, everybody can carry a gun in Texas. I says, yeah. Well, you see your mouth off to somebody. You just who's ever got the biggest gun wins. I said, okay, that works.
I'm going to tell you the way I feel about that. I make some people mad, but when I was in Vietnam, there is nothing worse than a bunch of GIs about fighting and drinking and partying. And I've gone in them joints over there where there'd be 50 GIs in there. They had M16s, laws, 2 or 3 hand grenades on their belt, a 45 automatic,
And pissed drunk.
and drinking, partying. I have never seen a gun pulled on another one. Now, I've seen them pull all that junk off and go to fighting.
Yeah.
But you don't put a gun on somebody when there's 50 other guys in there have got a gun. I mean, there's not going to be no judge and jury. It's going to be over with right quick.
Yeah.
And, they, I don't know. I get so mad on this crap that's going on these damn guns now.
Yeah, but like all they have to you go on about this guns and they got to register them and all that. It's a bunch of crock of shit because all you have to do is look at Canada. Canada, you're not even allowed to have guns. You're not allowed to carry guns, and what is it? 94% of the gun crimes are done with unregistered guns. So what the hell does it matter? You're not even allowed to have a gun, but 94% of them are there, unregistered. So why register them? It doesn't mean nothing.
What gets me about it, people are getting sucked in. They're making all this noise about these, registering these guns and stuff. Like that last deal that happened, you can walk in there with a knife and kill just as many people as you can with a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bullshit. And they come up with this assault weapon. You can't buy a damn machine gun. You buy a semi-automatic rifle. And assault weapons are full automatic. But what gets me, none of that really makes any difference. The people that go in and do a shooting like that break 100 damn laws. When they went in there and they did that, they broke 100 laws. These damn politicians want to make a lot of noise about the gun control, which ain't gonna make one bit of difference. But it gets everybody off their ass about enforcing the laws they've already got.
Yeah.
It's a shell game. Where's the P at?
Yeah.
And,
they just use it to advance their agenda.
Exactly. And that's it. Like you take Canada for a prime example. If you guys want to get gun laws, just go to Canada. We'll teach you all about gun laws. They went and spent it's like $80 million on gun registry and then scrapped the whole thing because it didn't work. Spent $80 million and then scrapped it because it didn't work. Well, it didn't mean nothing and it wasn't done right.
In the U.S., there's 315 million people. And there's 300 million guns that they know of. Now, that's just what they know about. And they're going to pick all them up. No, I don't think so.
You brought that up. I heard a funny story here about just before we come down in November, and they were going on about the Russians and that and taking over the states, Red October thing, right? And they said, "Oh, that would never happen." I said, "Why? What do you mean it wouldn't happen? Do you know how many guns he got in the States?" I said, "No, I've got no idea." It's like, I don't know what the number is. It's like a 5 or 6 million guns. I said,
300
like, everybody's got he says, it's like everybody's got 10 guns. I says, how come that? He says, the Russians come over, they wouldn't know who the hell they're dealing with because there's more guns than what they got.
Yeah.
So
exactly. And that's exactly, I think, why the U.S. is so strong, because if somebody walks up to my gate, the hardest decision I have to make is which gun am I going to take out of the cabinet to shoot them.
Yeah. It's just it's funny and it's kind of crazy, but it is, and it's true. Like that's why they're having so much problem in Ukraine right now for the same reason. But yeah, it's just it's amazing how many weapons are out there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Diane Phoenix makes a good point. I leave mine unattended all the time. They've never fired on anyone unless I was holding it.
No, I never. A guy told me that. He says a guy was in Red Deer and he took his gun and put it out on the step, left it out there all night, went back the next morning. He says, "Yeah, I proved it." I was always wondering about people. They always tell me that guns kill people. And that gun was on the step in the morning when I went back out and got it and never killed nobody. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here, 15 or 20 years ago, and I think it was in England, I believe, either England or France. England, I believe. Somebody got hold of a knife and killed like 40-something people.
Yeah.
In one of these mass deals. Well, they went in and banned knives in whatever country it was, But that, the guns is the least of their damn worries.
I had a whole bunch of them on the counter here. They never killed nobody yet. They try to draw blood on me all the time, but they never kill nobody.
It happens in Japan too. They ban guns in Japan, but you know who has the guns? The mafia.
Yeah. Well, the mafia is worse than any.
In Mexico, it's like that. You can't, man. You can have one shell in your pocket and you go to prison, but the wrong people got the guns and the other people can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Hello, Jaws and Ann Jay. How y'all doing tonight?
That was kind of funny over that one in Texas, or the one just inside Mexico, where they killed them people. Then 5 or 6 people got killed in that van. Mm-hmm. I was kind of surprised because that was cartel, right? And the cartel give the guys that shot him, they turned them over to the cops, which you don't see that very often.
Yeah. They broke even the cartel's rules.
Yeah.
So I got a story to tell. I don't know if you guys know where Sassabee, Arizona is, but it's kind of south of Tucson. There's a border crossing there. It's in no man's land, really. And so when I worked for the electric co-op, we served power down to the border, and then it crossed into Mexico, and we served the little village of Sassabee. Well, one time they needed help. They had their power was out, and they were trying to figure out where the problem was. So a couple of us technicians volunteered to go over there, and the border police there and our border patrol guys at our side told us, make sure you don't have any shell in your truck. You don't have any shells, even empty shells, in your pockets. If you walk over that border and you have anything in your pocket, they're going to arrest you, throw you in jail, and throw away the key. That's how strict they are.
Yeah. I heard that before. Not the
Yeah,
same
that's,
thing.
that's a true story. I've dealt with it. Of course,
Yeah.
I didn't carry anything when I was working anyway. So
Yeah.
You know, I got a friend of mine. Well, he's dead now, but he owned like 235,000 acres right on the Texas border. One of the most big ranches. And I used to hunt on his place. He was old man, good guy. But he was one of them old West Texas ranchers that, or South Texas ranchers that was. He was just a hell. He owned 2 or 3 counties. You know, I mean, he was used to doing things his own way.
Hmm.
Well, he found a 175,000 acre ranch right across the river, and he wanted to buy it. But the law says you can't buy property within 75 miles of the border. An American can't go into Mexico and buy property just right across the border. So he was messing around, and he had put the word out, and there was people that worked for him, and he come up and met this little old gal in her 20s, had one kid, and nice, she's a nice lady. And he told her, said, look, said, I want to buy this ranch. Said, you can have anything you want. I'm not going to mess with you. And bring your family over here and live. And he married that little old gal. Well, when he married her, she could buy the ranch.
mhm.
And so he wound up with like 370 something thousand acres and bent the law a little bit. Well, he got cancer and was fixing to die, and he knew it. And he said, the damn government's going to take 99% of this stuff when I die. So him and his wife got together and got a divorce. And he gave everything to her in the divorce. And he kept 1 acre with a little bitty house on it. He screwed the U.S. government out of every penny of that.
Mhm.
Because transferred in a divorce, there wasn't no, taxes or anything on it.
Yeah.
Them people down there are different now, right on that border. That's been there, them families been there 100 years, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
we used to know some Canadians that came down from the west side of Canada and down here to Arizona. They had 10 acres here, and then they went across into Mexico on the western border of Mexico along the beach there. They
Hmm.
actually got some land there, but what I heard was they didn't actually own it outright. The bank actually owned it. And so it was in their name through the bank because legally Americans couldn't have land there. So they had to finagle something through the bank.
when I was hunting down there, I had an old boy approach me, and we like to hunt, me and that buddy of mine. And they had a 25,000 acre ranch down there they were trying to sell, deer all over it, and 25 cents an acre. But it was too close to the damn border. And the guy said, I'll get somebody to sign it and put it in their name, and you can lease it from them. I should have bought it, for 25 cents an acre. If you used it for a while and then lost it, well, hell, you'd have got your money back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you can't buy that land that cheap down there. That land they got higher now. Yeah.
Land's so expensive now. You can't buy much. Like Steampunk was looking for a long time, and like I was telling Steve before, the biggest problem about buying land around here is that most of them got an HOA. A lot of them got an HOA. Like, why in the hell would you buy a hunk of land with an HOA? Like, what? I don't understand. I wouldn't do it, but yeah, it's just and he started in Missouri looking, and he come all the way through, and he ended up in Arizona. Finally, he found a place without an HOA.
That's
Yeah,
great.
Wilcox. Yeah,
They, I tell you where I messed up. Where I know Steve knows where it's at. Sholo and Payson up in that
yeah,
area there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I came through there when I was pulling them RVs, and that was just starting to open up there, up in the mountains. And you could buy land cheap, and I should have bought.
Oh, I lost you.
Yeah, he lost them. He bought it, and that was it.
He should have bought some land. I'll
He
bet
should have
that's what
bought
he
some
was getting.
land.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
getting
no,
ready to say, I should
yeah,
have
he
bought
got
some
through.
land.
But yeah, there's lots of land around, but it's not going cheap. Like if you're gonna buy, well, what Steve ended up getting 40 acres for. It was just about a thousand an acre. It worked out to roughly. So
That's dirt cheap there.
yeah, it's not that far off the main highway. I thought it was a lot further, but it's not. And he's right just north of Tombstone too.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of farming down through there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
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 Lots of big farms. There's a big dairy farm right across the street from him, like across the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a big tomato farm.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Under
they got
glass,
these
right?
huge
Wilcox.
tomato farms
Wilcox.
down there.
Yeah, Wilcox has
Yeah.
a huge operation there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's big. Like
Yeah.
I
You
said,
know,
what
they're
the hell's
actually
all that?
they're actually planting corn here in Marana, and there's
Yeah.
there's a company called Bayer who owns the facility. It's a huge greenhouse, and so they're
The
adapting.
aspirin company. Yeah.
Yeah, they're adapting corn seed for Arizona farmers, and they're actually planting corn out here. I think it's just feed corn, but I don't think it's edible. But they're actually planting cornfields out here now, and I've never seen that before.
Yeah. That's like, well, they want corn for ethanol. Big
yeah.
thing. That's use ethanol for the gasoline, right? They want ethanol is a big thing, like for biodiesel and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what they got for corn.
Yeah, they have a lot of those up in Iowa and Nebraska.
Oh, they got those fields up there are crazy. Like I've never seen cornfields like in Elkhart, around Elkhart there. That stuff is like 20 feet high.
Yeah.
I don't know what they feed it, but boy, it's just huge. Just huge. And they come right up to the road. Like within 2 feet of the road.
And they've got each plant is that far apart.
Yeah.
I mean, they put a lot of
Yeah.
seed into that land there.
Yeah, there's some major corn operations down around Elkhart there.
Yeah.
Holy God!
They hit it with chemical. They hit it with chemical, you know, to make it grow fast and grow big, and that's what we're eating.
But they may use a lot of that corn for ethanol. Is what they use it for. Well, they use it for everything. You know, they even got corn burning stoves for crying out loud.
Yeah. Well, I remember going to the farm up in Nebraska and going out to the shed and hauling corn cobs in for my grandmother because she cooked with them in the old stove. That's what she used was corn cobs that were dried.
Yeah.
In a shed, and it worked great.
Yeah, they burn pretty good too. If they're dry, they burn real good.
Yeah, they do.
They burn almost like pine, right? Like really, they burn really hot.
Really hot, yeah.
Good night, Ramblin'. I always got tickled at reading about the people coming across the prairies, you know, whether they ain't wood and picking the buffalo chips up. That was a kid's job, pick buffalo chips up all day long and throw them up under their wagon where they have a fire that night. You think about it, they couldn't cook, they couldn't do anything without a damn fire. Don't you know a steak cooked over buffalo chips might have a weird taste to it?
You think so? I wouldn't be doing it. But
that made Steve's mustache curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cook your hamburgers on it, it'd probably have a shitty taste, you know?
Yeah, it sure might have.
I think I'd rather burn the wagon than do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, they didn't have no choice, though. Hello, Carl. Hello, T. They, you know, I get off into that history sometime, and I that those trails up through there. I flew up through that country a couple of times. You still see some of those trails where those old wagon wheel came through there and just cut through that rock. You know, what was that, 200 years ago?
Yeah, yeah. Well, where we are out here, there used to be a stop right across the road. You know, we had the Silver Bell mine out west of us, and there was a wagon trail. In fact, our road, Silver Bell Road, used to be a wagon trail. You know, back in the 1800s, and they supplied the mine out here. And right across the road is where they would, you know, unhitch, put fresh horses on, and continue their journey. Way station or whatever you want to call it, you know.
One of the places I used to hunt had a Pony Express building on it. One of the Pony Express stops. Pretty interesting. Hello, Mo Bang. How you doing, Mr. Tim? Boy, you were talking about it getting warm up there. It was 93 here today, bud.
No, I could pass on that one.
It was
I don't know
nice.
how the, I don't know how I don't know how the hell you guys do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well,
I
now
got
you-
we're run down the road at 70 and we got the air conditioning on.
Oh, I got the air conditioner on. But you got to remember what I did all my life. You get up in the top of a building 30 or 40 feet and then start welding 12-inch pipe together. And it's 105 degrees outside. We actually took thermometers up there a couple of times. It'd be 145, 150 degrees up in the top of them buildings. And then you'd light a fire.
Any time it goes over 70, it's time to get the hell out of here. That's why it's kind of funny. As I was talking to Willie today, and I said maybe I'll stay till Saturday because Saturday is going to 30 Celsius, which is what 85 or something. And we like some years in Canada, we won't get 85. It'll get to like 27, 28, but it won't get to 30, right? Celsius. So I said, well, maybe I should stay. That way I'll know I got one day of 30 this year. But I won't.
But there's some advantages to that hot weather.
Well, you keep trying to convince me because it ain't going to work.
Well, the good-looking women don't wear near as many clothes when it's hot as they do when it's cold.
Yeah, but if you look at me and Steve, it has no bearing on us.
Was that something y'all don't look at in Canada? Well, I guess y'all not used to it. Then. Hard to tell if she's a 36, 22,
Right.
36.
Well, in Canada, it's different. If in Canada, they make all their bathing suits out of bear skin and stuff like that.
Them people that make them bikinis, they got to have a low overhead, because they don't use much material.
Yeah, I suppose they do. I suppose they do.
No comment.
Exactly. Shut up
No
while we're
comment.
still ahead.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, 70s. Oh, 70s. No. 70s my limit.
It doesn't start getting nice until it hits 80. When it hits 80 here, Fahrenheit, that's perfect for us.
We got definitely a difference of opinion between nice, then I'll tell you that.
When I was up in Canada the last time, it was like in July, I think. And all them Canadians up there run around in shorts and T-shirts. Shit, I had a damn coat on. I was freezing to death.
I just do it to piss off the Arizona people, really. I'll just wear shorts, even at even if I was wearing shorts at 16 degrees Celsius, which is what, 60 something, and just you got to be from Canada, aren't you? Yeah, matter of fact, I am. How'd you know? Well, maybe the shorts give you away.
You
Oh,
were
that's all I
wearing
wear is shorts.
you were wearing shorts at the meetup at the Ironwood meetup, and it was
Exactly.
like
Everybody's
40
got
degrees.
jogging pants on and
Yeah,
sweatshirts, and
yeah.
I says, "What the hell are they wearing all them clothes for? Is there something I'm missing here?" But yeah,
I tell you what, now I got to say, I don't understand some people when it comes to them shorts. Now, y'all get in that cold weather and run around them short breeches. I grew them when I was about 9. And then you go to Australia where Janice is at over there's all the damn snakes and thorns and bullshit, and they wear damn short breeches over there. Bull of corn. I want some jeans and boots on to keep them thorns off of me.
it's funny you mentioned that because I was taking I'm not a cactus guy, right? So I'm taking the dogs for a walk and down by Ironwood and that, and I come back and I'm just bleeding. Thinking, what the hell? Why am I bleeding? It's all them friggin' cactus rubbing
Yeah.
up against your legs when you're wearing shorts, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of funny, but
Yeah, and the acacia bushes too. They have really
yeah,
sharp needles on them. You know, they'll tear you up.
yeah. Oh God, it's funny.
I was hunting in West Texas one time, cactus everywhere, and I had a down jacket on, and I brushed up against one of them cactus and got them.
There's feathers everywhere.
Yeah, they went through my arm, and boy, my arm was just covered up with them little bitty.
You know,
Well, my
it's,
buddy's wife was with us down there that weekend, and I was trying to pick them damn things out, and she said, "Wait a minute," said I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'll show you how to get them things out of your arm. And she went in the other part of the cabin we were in. She come back in there and had a pair of pantyhose. What the hell you fixing to do? She took them pantyhose and put them on my arm and just rubbed around a little bit in a circle on it, and where them thorns just broke off, it snagged that pantyhose. And she could just rub them on there and just pull and just bring a whole wad of them cactus out at one time.
really.
Yeah, she said, this works real good, but do not go put these damn pantyhose back in your wife's drawer.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that too, because the other day when it was getting warm down by Blythe, there it was like 75 or so, 76, and I'm walking through the wash and I've got the dogs and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should have my boots and my pants on. Don't know if any critters are going to come out and get me. You're walking along in your little thin running shoes and no leggings on. Yeah, but
Well, I don't even own a damn pair of shoes. All I own is boots. That's all. Worked in them and dress boots, and
yeah,
and I don't own a pair of shorts. Everything I got Levi's. Okay. That's
there's
just
therapy for that.
Yeah.
no,
It took me,
my therapy is watching my friends when we go on that airboat and get up on the bank and them damn mosquitoes with a stick, you stir them with a stick
Yeah,
and thorns and that crap, and they walk through that stuff, and I'm just squeezing in it look like somebody shot them with a shotgun.
yeah,
And y'all gonna learn to wear them long breeches now. There's a reason for that shit.
yeah,
yeah. There's a time and a place for everything, right?
yeah.
Badge, if you got a bunch of French folks where you live,
What? What kind of boats?
French people,
No, they're
national.
not very many. They're over in Quebec. There's the odd town like St. Albert used to be French. That's north of Edmonton, but not a whole bunch. And there's a couple little towns around that are French, but nothing like what you think in Quebec.
We had a Frenchman come down here to Texas. He was from France. He wasn't from Canada. He
They're
came,
different though.
yeah. But we were working cattle, and a friend of mine he ran like 50 something thousand head of cattle every year, and I'd help them when they were getting cattle in. And so that first night we went out and we were gonna eat. And they were cutting them calves, getting them mountain oysters. And so everybody ordered them mountain oysters and calf fries. And that French guy asked, said, "What in the hell is this?" And we told him, so it's testicles off of a calf. Okay. So the next night we went out and walked in a place and was gonna eat, and they ordered turkey fries. And the guy said, "What the hell is that?" And he said, "Well, same thing." He said, "It's testicles off the inside of turkey." Well, the next night they went to another joint, walked in and ordered a beer, and they ordered French fries, and that old boy just passed out.
Yeah, he would, all right.
What are you shaking your head about, Steve?
No comment.
No comment. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Uh,
Oh, Jesus.
You don't never know what you're ordering.
Yeah. But no. Anyway, I gotta get this bucket ready to go tomorrow, so I'm gonna cut it short. But I want to thank you a lot, Steve. It was great coming down there. We had a hoot of a time down there.
That's good. It was good to have you here.
Definitely.
One more thing, Ron. You know what a Canadian's favorite letter is, right?
What's that?
Eh?
Eh? Eh?
Hey.
Eh? And if he's really a good, like a French Canadian, you have maple syrup on it.
Oh,
yeah.
I have one of my buddies married a little old gal from Canada. And she came down here, and you talk about giving somebody hell. A bunch of Texans, slow talking and pretty soft talking, You get up there and start talking 900 goddamn miles an hour. You just catch her shoulders and shake her. Slow down.
Yeah. That's how you stop a Frenchman from talking. Hold his hand.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of French people around there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny though. I get a kick out of myself.
What does Canada produce that no other country in the world does? What does Canada produce that no other country in the world produces? Canadians.
Oh, shit.
Comedians.
Well, that's like the other night. I woke up in the middle of the night worrying about this. And I come online the other night and tried to get somebody to answer me. What in the hell do you call a damn female bullfrog?
Oh, what is it?
Hmm?
What is it?
I'm asking. Well, a bullfrog is a male frog. And they looked it up on Google and everything else. Said there ain't no such word.
A female frog.
A bullfrog. Female
that was the topic. That was the topic in a couple of his live streams.
Yeah.
A cow frog, or that's what my man called it, a cow frog.
Mobang, he'd just take them on and cook them anyway with his egg rolls.
He's talking about being at Lola's this year too.
He's a cool guy. I like Tim. He's cool. I like him.
Yeah, Tim's a good guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
Me and him got to talking a little bit, and he was about 15 when they left Vietnam, but I've been in some of the same places that Tim's been in.
Yeah.
Over and shut up, Janet. But Tim is. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, he's cool. He's just he's so cool. That was a good thing meeting him. We met him at D's there. Well, Steve was there too. Yeah, he's really cool. He's really cool guy. You got to give the guy credit. He drives 10 hours to go to a meetup? Like, okay. Holy
And then
smoke.
he might stay overnight and head back home the next day.
Yeah.
You know, he drove 14 hours to go get that battery and stuff from, God, I can't think of his name.
Natty?
Yeah, Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good deal he got there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good deal. Boy, they're going crazy over these little old hand generators. Damn, everybody's making one of them things now.
What's
Oh,
that?
those little portables.
Yeah, like a Zachary.
Yeah, yeah. Like a
Oh
Jackery.
yeah.
Yeah.
And them damn things are high
They're
to come in
expensive.
for what they cost.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get a 3,000 watt Jackery, that thing's like $3,500.
What
Like
I do
that's a
for
lot of.
mine again.
You know how many generators I can buy for that? There's a lot of generators.
Yeah. I like the lithium batteries. I have those, and they work
Yeah.
just fine with some solar.
Well, you
I
know,
just a holdout. I'm a holdout for the lithium.
the
I
lithium
got
fixing
these.
to be gone. That
I
new
got these.
battery come up with, that new sodium battery,
Yeah.
it blows that lithium plumb out of the damn water, man.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. And they're cheaper.
Yeah. And charge up like 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes, you go from dead to full charge.
That is funny, they go on about these battery packs. So I bought one from Canadian Tire about 10 years ago. And it's the same thing as a Jackery, but it's got a little different. It had a it had a gel battery in it, not a lithium. So anyway, I says, well, how good is this thing? Oh, you can boost the car with it, and you can use it on, it had the built-in inverter and all that stuff. So oh yeah, you could charge it up on 120 or solar or whatever you want to do, or plug it in the truck. 28 hours to plug it into a truck to charge it up, and this thing's only, what is it, 700 watts. So it was really like, holy God, this thing took forever to charge.
Well, that's the nice thing about the lithiums is they can charge them really fast.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing with lithium. Like down here it's a whole different ball game, because down here you can get away with it. See, in Canada you can't get away with lithium because you can't get them cold.
No,
Right.
Like you have to have battery warmers or something on them.
Yeah. They're selling them now with internal battery warmers.
Yeah.
But if you put them inside somewhere, they don't gas, right?
But that's a juice.
Inside the the cabin or in the trailer where you're at. I mean, as long as you keep them above freezing, you're all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to lithium. I got these lead acid ones right now, these golf cart batteries, and man, oh man, they take a kick. And I beat the living daylights out of them things. And shit, we're on the 7th year with them now, so can't,
Mm-hmm.
And they're cheap. I bought 4 of them for $700. You can't even buy one for that.
Well, I think this sodium battery is going to change things up considerably, because the stuff to make them is cheap, and it's not like that lithium, that stuff they have to mine to make those lithium batteries, that they're going to run out of it before long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to hit the road, guys.
All right, Badge. Good to see you, buddy. And
yeah, it was. It was a good time. Really good time.
And we'll catch up with you later. I think I'm going to drop off too.
We'll drag Ron over to Lollapalooza. He was there last time, so it's just he's just down the street. He can do it.
Yeah, I'm 4 hours.
Is that our year? 4 hours?
Yeah, 200 miles.
Where you're in Waco, right?
Yeah.
Waco. That's where Waylon Jennings is. No,
Waylon Jennings is out in West Texas, and I can't think of it.
I want to go there. And the other one. What's the other one? What's the one in Waco?
Ooh, I don't know if there's one in Waco. Not a free one.
Oh shit! Can't remember what it was now. I thought it was Waco and
Westlaco, I bet.
I'll find out which one it was, but anyway, that's
I,
where that's
I've
on our
stayed,
way down.
I've stayed in that Wayland Jennings Park before.
I always wanted to do that one.
Yeah, it's there's 3 or 4 right there within 50 or 60 miles of that
Yeah,
Wayland Jennings Park.
yeah,
But now that's where that Wayland Jennings Park is a long ways from me. It's several hundred miles
yeah,
because it's out in West Texas.
yeah.
And
Okay, guys.
All
See you
right.
later. Been a
Okay. Good
pleasure.
night.
Yeah,
have a
Good
good one,
night,
bud.
Ron. Thanks for having me up.
All right. And
yeah.
now everybody gonna run off and leave me.
Yeah, you got some chatters in here. They'll keep you busy.
Oh Lord. I tell you what, that's a pair right there. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I met Badge at Lollapalooza, that first one I went to, and just casually and just said hello, and that was about it. And it's funny to see him now. T, what have you been up to tonight? Mobank? Dang, you gonna run off on me too, Ann? All right, you have a good one, Mobank. Well, I don't imagine Bad's gonna be doing too many more lives. I don't think you've got the internet part on the road. I don't think he's got Starlink. Roy seems to like his Starlink pretty good. And since I retired, I wonder how I had time to work. I stay so damn busy. Yeah, I'm about ready to make another little yazoo. Maybe I can go someplace without the wind blowing 70 miles an hour. Start Restart that trip to go till I stop and stop till I go. Uh, Now, where did that come from? Oh yeah. Them 4 letter words are not good, are they, Ringo? somebody else wants to come up, come on. Hopefully we're through with that really cold weather. I don't know, around Easter we usually get one more little cool spell. Damn, girl. Well, come on up on live. That'd be a real live. Yeah. You know, Roy, we've been warmer here in Texas than y'all have in Quartzsite the whole year. And you were talking about a different trailer. What kind of trailer y'all looking at? You don't mind me asking. I ain't going there. Oh, okay. You know, it's funny. In your part of the country, that wouldn't be an advantage. And but down here in Texas, the ones with the glass all the way around the back end will burn you slap up. I got a friend of mine that got one like that. Got two ACs in that trailer and can't keep up. Oh, you can lose that freedom. They trying to take that every day. I think we need to pass a law that every time they pass a law, they've got to delete one off the book. I got to reading about some old laws that are still on the books, like not being able to tie alligator to a parking meter, and what you're supposed to do if you're on a horse and you come to a crossroad. There's some crazy laws out there. Up in, I think Pennsylvania is against the law to take a bath more than once a week. I think they called it a traffic jam. Yeah, they got some crazy ones, especially up in the eastern seaboard. A lot of those old laws that came from the religious stuff they had back then. I just see Janice now pop them up on top of the counter. And say, look, we got 2 new puppies. Well, folks, it's about that time. We about hit an hour and a half. Jimmy Carter. There you go. I'm not going to take that any further. Well, we've been here about an hour and a half. We can get off this thing. I appreciate all y'all coming in. Enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all later.